3 and Year 4. Here is a quick demonstration of how to complete Activity 1 for the capacity lesson today using the picture of the measuring jug that is on the sheet. Now, there are additional measuring jugs on the other page that you can use if you need extra space. All right, so the first activity is asking us to work out how many times each of these containers can be filled from a 1 litre carton or a 1 litre jug, whatever other container that can hold 1 litre. And now, so we need to basically figure out how many times a 1 litre jug of water or a 1 litre jug of any type of liquid can be used to fill these containers with different capacities in them. Okay, so the way that we can do this is, and I'm just going to rub that out now. So the way that we can do this is, on our little measuring jug picture that we have, we will see that it has different increments from 50 mils all the way up to 1,000 mils, and it shows here that 1,000 mils is the exact same as 1 litre, and 1 litre is the exact same as 1,000 mils. So they've just put it into litres and mils for us. So we start with 50 and we are going up by, I wonder what who can figure out what each increment is increasing by each time. I'm going to give you a little second to think. We start at 50, go to 100, then go to 150, then 200, then 250. Yes, if you said that each of these increments is increasing by 50 mils every time, you are correct. So we can see that it goes from 50 to 100, and in between these little gaps here, that's 50 mils each time. And that's really important because for some of the containers above, they aren't always exactly 100 mils or 300 mils. So we have this little guy here, the yogurt tub, and that's actually 80 mils. And as we can see on our measuring jug, we don't have an actual increment that is 80 mils. So you'll need to figure out, if we look at the 50, where would 80 sit? Okay, so that's something to think of. And we can also see on the other side here where they've also given us the fractions, and we can see that at the halfway mark, which is here, the halfway mark is a 500, and we know that half of 1,000 is 500. Okay, so let's get started on answering the question. And I'll put that there. Okay, so if I scroll up here, and I'll get rid of... Okay, let's look at the first container, which is the 300 ml container. So we can see that this container here only has a capacity of 300 mils. That means that it can only hold 300 mils of liquid. So remember, capacity is all about how much liquid a container can hold. And this particular cup can only hold 300 mils. So we need to figure out how many times we can fill it using this 1 litre jug of water. So we're imagining that this jug has been filled to the 1 litre, or the 1,000 mil mark, with water. And we are going to see, well, how many times can we use this to fill that cup? Now, this is really important to know because if you are hosting a party or a sporting competition or anything where you need to make sure that people are getting a drink, then if you bought cups that could only hold a capacity of 300 mils and you had drink bottles or soft drink or apple juice that held a capacity of 1 litre, you'd be able to figure out, well, how many people you could serve with that 1 litre jug of water. Okay. So to answer this question using my pictures, I'm going to, okay, scroll down here. Now I know that my first cup is going to be 300 mils because that's the capacity. So I'm going to draw a line where it says 300 mils, and that's where it says it there. So I know that so far with this 1 litre jug of water, I can fill 1 cup. However, I still have all of this, because remember, we have filled our jug to the 1 liter mark. So I still have all of this water. So let's see. So I'm going to add another 300 mils on top. So we have 100, 200, 300. So that would be another cup. So far I'm up to 2 cups. However, I still have more water left. So let's go back and we'll add another 300. Now I wonder if you can figure out, why am I adding 300 every time? Yes, it's because this container here has a capacity of 300. So every time I'm going to be adding on 300 until I get to this 1 liter mark. All right, so let's add on another 300. So we go 100, 200, 300. And I'm going to draw a line at the, and I can use my ruler actually, at the 900 mil mark. And I will use my ruler to make it more accurate. Okay, I'll turn my ruler off. So there we go. So we have now been able to fill 3 cups with the 1 liter jug of water. However, I do still have this little bit of water left up top. I wonder if you could figure out how much liquid is actually left. Yes, if you said 100 mils, you are correct. There is 100 mils of liquid left in this little section here. However, it is not enough to fill another cup that has a capacity of 300 mils. So in my answer, I would write that a liter carton, it can be filled, so this container can be filled using a 1 liter container 3 times. So I would put 3 in there. Obviously, yours would be much neater than mine. Okay, so let's go back. Now, if you wanted to delve deeper and you want to challenge yourself, you're more than welcome to then tell me, well, what fraction of the 4th cup could be filled with the remaining 100 mils of water. So I could fill 1, 2, 3 cups completely using the 1 liter jug of water. However, I still had 100 mils left over. So what fraction of the 4th cup would that fill? Now, this activity is really only asking that you figure out how many full cups you can fill. But if you want to challenge yourself, then go ahead and tell me what fraction of the next cup could be filled with the remaining 100 mils. All right, let's move on to the next one. Okay, so our next container that we will be looking at is container B, which has a capacity of 350 mils. So this is like your standard maybe soft drink can that may hold a capacity of 350 mils. So we are looking at our container down here, and we are going to start by marking off where 350 mils is in this container. Remember, our jug has been filled to the 1 liter line with water. Now, so let's mark 350 mils on our jug, because that is our first container that has a 350 ml capacity. I'm just going to make that straight so it's accurate. So that is where we can fill, obviously, 1 cup so far. So we can fill 1 cup that has a capacity of 350 mils. Now we still have all of this water left over. So let's keep filling. And I'm going to add another 350 mils on top, because that is the capacity we are looking at of this container. Okay, so to do this, I know I've got 350. I'm going to go jump up by 100 every time. So I've got 450, so that's 100, 200, 300, and then I need to add an extra 50 mils. And I know that an extra 50 mils from 650 is 700. So I will do my ruling here at the 700 mark. And I now know that I can fill 2 cups So I can fill 2 full cups with a 1 litre jug. So I have 2 cups that have a capacity of 350 mils. I can fill 2 of those. However, I still have some water left over. I wonder if it will be enough to fill a 3rd cup. Let's have a look. Okay, so once again, I'm going to add another 350 mils on. So from 700 to 800, that's 100, 200, 300. Oh no, I've reached the 1000 mil mark. So I've reached the 1 litre mark. So I was only able to fill it if it was 300 mils. However, our cup is 350 mils that we're looking at. So my answer would be that I can fill 2 cups that have a capacity of 350 mils. I can fill them completely twice. However, I still have 300 mils left over. I wonder if someone can figure out what fraction of the 3rd cup I can fill with the remaining 300 mils. So if we go up to the top, I'll get rid of my ruler. In my answer here, so for the 300 mils, it was 3. And for the 350 mil capacity, I can fill it twice completely. However, I still have 300 mils left over. And I wonder what fraction of the 4th cup or the 3rd cup that would be. Okay, let's move on to our ladle over here. So our ladle is if you don't know what a ladle is like a big soup spoon, and you may use it to either dish out soup or to dish out stews or casseroles or pasta dishes, things like that. Now, obviously they can't hold, they only hold a very small capacity compared to our cup and our can of drink so far. However, let's see how many times our 1 litre jug of water can fill the ladle with a 100 ml capacity. Now, I am going to pose this question to you before I go any further. I wonder if you could figure out, without having to use the measuring jug, how many times we could fill the ladle that holds a capacity of 100 mils. I want you to write down your prediction. So I want you to make an estimation, which is a educated guess on what you think, or how many times you think we can fill that ladle. All right, let's now get started. So we are going to start by ruling off at the 100 ml mark because that is the capacity of our ladle. So we are going to do a rule there. I'm going to add another 100 on top. And that's going to give me 200. Now, I wonder if while you're doing this, you can actually start to see where all these lines and all these numbers, what kind of these resemble that we've been working on in other areas of maths. If you said a number line, you would be correct. So when we look at measuring jugs, they actually are kind of a vertical number line. So that might help you when you are adding these different increments each time. So we're going to add another 100 mils. We've still got space. So 100, 200, 300. I'm going to go up to 400. That's the next 100. And then another one, 500. And we still have room. Let's keep going. 600. So far I have 1 cup. 2 cup, 3 cup, 4 cup, 5 cups. So if you said that we could only fill 5 cups or 5 ladle spoons that have a capacity of 100 mils, you are incorrect because we still have all of this water left to go. So let's keep filling up our ladle spoon. So 500, 600, we're up to 700. And 800 and 900, and we can still keep going, and 1000 mils or 1 litre. So we have been able to fill a container that has a capacity of 100 mils. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. So I wonder if that is what you predicted. Did you predict that we could fill it up 10 times? I wonder if you can also see a pattern that has happened here. Let's have another look. 100 mils equals 1 cup. 200 mils equaled 2 cups. 300 mils equaled 3 cups. 400 mils equaled 4 cups. 500 mils equaled 5 cups. 600 mils equaled 6 cups. 700 mils equaled 7 cups. 800 mils equaled 8 cups. 900 mils equaled 9 cups. And 1000 mils equaled 10 cups. Can you see a pattern that is formed here? Yes. The pattern is that we can times 10 times 100 to get to 1000. So we could have also known that for every 1000 mils divided by the 100 ml ladle would have given us 10 cups. Now, if all of these equations seem a little bit too much for you, that is perfectly fine. I just wanted to challenge some of your thinking so that you can start thinking about capacity using other areas of your mathematical knowledge. So if you're pretty good at doing your multiplication and your division, you may like to start now using those skills to answer these capacity questions. However, if that all seems a little bit too much, that is perfectly fine. I want you to still practice drawing the cups on the measuring jug like so. And as you are doing it, perhaps picking up different patterns that you can see forming. Okay, so if we go up to the top again, back up to our worksheet, we can say that this container with a 100 ml capacity can be filled 10 times using a 1 liter carton. All right, let's do one more. Let's look at the kettle. So the kettle has a capacity of 900 mils. So I'm going to rub all this out so we can start from scratch. Now, like I said, if you have these measuring jugs printed out and you don't want to keep scribbling all over it, what you can do is you could either do it in lead pencil, so you can rub it out. However, I have also included another lot of measuring jugs on the next page that you could also use to help you. Okay, so let's have a look. So we are looking at the jug, which has a capacity of 900 mils. Let's see how we go with this one. So we're going to start at the 900 mil mark because that's how much we know. That's the capacity of our container. So I'm going to go to the 900 mil mark. And I'm going to rule it off. Now, we can already see that our 900 mil, our kettle with a 900 ml capacity takes up the majority of the liquid in the jug. And we only have a very, very small little portion of water left. So do we think that this small portion of water is going to fill up a 900 ml kettle, a kettle with a 900 ml capacity? No, this would not be enough, this space here. However, we can see that the 1 liter jug of water can fill up a kettle with a 900 ml capacity. It can fill it up only once, only one time, and that's okay. So up here we would put 1. Now I wonder if you could tell me, well, what fraction of the next kettle could be filled with this remaining water. So the remaining water we have here, well, if we've started at 900 and we jump to here, the difference between 900 and 1000 is 100 mils. So with this 100 mils, what fraction of the second kettle could we fill up? I wonder if you could tell me that. I wonder if you could use this the knowledge from the previous question with the ladle. I wonder if you could use that to help you solve this problem. Once again, there are lots of patterns in maths and everything is connected in some kind of way. So push your thinking if you would like the challenge. Okay, I will leave it there, year 3 and year 4, with our picture demonstration on how to use the measuring jug pictures to solve these questions. I hope this has provided you with a little bit more clarity on how to answer activity 1. Activity 2 is very similar. You can actually use the pictures in the same kind of way, but I'm also hoping that because you have done these questions, that you may have greater success in answering these ones using your knowledge of addition. So that's a little bit of a hint. You can use addition with these ones to solve how many of them you may need to fill. So for activity 2, you are looking at, we're looking at it in a backwards way now. So we're thinking about, well, how many times could we use a 250 ml mug to fill a 1 litre jug? So how many times would we need to use it? So you can still work it out in the same kind of way that we did to solve this one, but it's a bit more of a backwards question, this one is. Okay, so I wish you the best of luck with your learning today. And if you have any questions, please feel free to either to ask your teacher. I'm sure that they would be more than happy to help. All right, enjoy year 3 and year 4. Happy learning.